Friends, today we are going to talk about very important 7 solid tips which I have evolved in my past 15 years of trading experience. So these are very important tips. Please be with the video for complete duration till the end. Otherwise, you will miss out on some important comments or highlights which I shall be giving you, and you will become like those 95% of the traders and investors who, despite being in market, just exit bearing losses. So I don't want you to be on those 95% of people. Be with those 5% of the leaders who trade and invest confidently and make big bucks from this market. So without wasting time, I will just begin. First of all, I'll just tell you that intraday trading is considered as to be something which should be avoided. But let me tell you, intraday trading has its own merits. First of all, the biggest merit of intraday trading is that your capital is not blocked. For example, if you buy a stock and thereafter it underperforms, then you are stuck in that stock for maybe weeks, months, or maybe years. But in intraday trading, you don't get your capital stuck for long duration. Number two, you have the if you have the knowledge of good trading setup, you make money the very day. You make money the very day, not only in buying but also in shorting or rather selling the stock. Also, you are saved from overnight macro or micro news. For example, if some comment comes from senior leader from US, or maybe some coronavirus information news has developed overnight. So these are the things which bring down the stock prices the very second day, and the positional traders suffer a huge lot of panic and loss. But in intraday, you close your position by the end of the day. If you have a good knowledge, good trading setup, then you make money the very day only. And how to find that good trading setup, I have already posted videos on this subject, how to identify a good trading setup. The videos are already there in the description box, and also there is a playlist. You can just go and have a look on the technical and fundamental playlist which I have already posted. You can go and have a look. So without wasting time, we'll just begin to these 7 solid tips. Coming straight to the rule number one, which is always trade in blue chip stocks. You would have always listened to me that I always say that you not only have to invest in blue chip stock, but you also have to trade in blue chip stocks. Why do I say so? There is a big reason behind it. But before I tell you the reason, I'll just tell you what are blue chip stocks. Blue chip stocks are those stocks which are fundamentally and technically strong. They are not based. They are not traded based on any very small news, or they are not affected with very small triggers. So they are fundamentally very strong. Therefore, they support the technical charts, technical analysis very strongly, and technical analysis happens to be the bottom line for good intraday trading. Now, when do we make money intraday? We make money intraday when the stock is volatile, whether it is moving up or whether it is moving down. If it is moving down, then we sell at the top and we book it here. So this is the range which we get as a profit. If it is the stock is moving up, then this is the range which we are going to make as a profit. So stock needs to be volatile. We need to find a stock which is blue chip also, and at the same time volatile. For example, there are many stocks like today Britannia itself has moved so much that it is not only a good and fundamentally strong stock, but also volatile. Next and very important thing is liquidity. That stock should not be a small cap stock. It should not be a mid cap stock which has very poor liquidity. What does liquidity mean? Liquidity means the volume of shares being traded. So volume should be nice, because if you happen to buy around 1 lakh shares of any product, 1 lakh or maybe 10,000 or maybe 1,000, then it should not happen that the total number of sales of sale or buy of the stock is happening only 20,000. So in that case, your money will be blocked. So liquidity should be very nice, and it should be blue chip stock with good volatility and good liquidity. So this is the rule number one of doing a good intraday trade. Now coming on to straight to rule number two, never over trade. Once you get some profit or once you even get a loss, then you start doing over trading because of panic or maybe because of anxiety. Once you get a profit, you think that I need to buy some stocks more, I should get into the position more. This is what creates problem, or sometimes you get loss, and that is natural. If you're doing 100 trades, then of course in 5 to 10% trades you may get loss. So in that case you don't have to trade and find the stocks again, so that you want to average your losses. So what's the trick? The trick is that never over trade and always trade based on risk appetite. For example, if I'm investing 1 crore rupees in a day with a nominal profit, I want that I should be earning 1 lakh today. So what should be my risk appetite? That I should be doing the trade that if I make it a point that I want to earn 1% per day and I want to earn 1 lakh per day, then I will not invest 2 crore rupees, because it may so happen that I may suffer loss of 1 lakh if I'm investing 1 crore. So if I invest 2 crore, I may suffer loss of 2 lakh also, which I do not want. So I will trade based on my risk appetite, which happens to be 1 lakh per day. So I will trade only as per my risk appetite. Now you would think that 1 lakh per day is a big loss, big risk. So I didn't say that you need to invest rupees 1 crore on intraday trade. What you need to do is start with small quantity. Maybe you can start as less as even 10 shares, and you can keep a risk appetite of maybe 100 rupees. But that is how you learn. You always have to start small for doing big. At least begin, at least start. And the most important thing in this management is never use margins. What do I mean by margins? You know that brokers provide you margin, 10 times margin. If you are having suppose 10,000 rupees in your account, the brokers provide you 10 times margin, which gives you leeway of around 1 lakh rupee trade. So this should be totally avoided. I am not against margins, but I recommend, because I always trade with cash in my account. Suppose what is the problem with the margins? The problem with the margins is, suppose if you have started to trade today with a capital of rupees 100, okay, and you take a trade of rupees 1000 because you got 10 times margin, and by the end of the day you got the loss of 10%, which makes it 900 rupees are the left by the end of the day. So how much capital is left with you? The capital, that is 900 rupees. So 100 rupees you had, you took the trade of 1000, because the 1000 rupees were given to you by the broker itself. So once you trade, 900 rupees are left, out of which 100 rupees will be taken by the broking firm. So you are left with only 800 rupees. So not only your capital has gone, but also you are in loss of 100 rupees. So you must avoid the use of margin. Always play. If you are having rupees 20,000, so make sure that you are taking trades of rupees 2 lakh only, and not anything more than that, because do not play in margins. Play with the money which you are having in your account and the capital which you are owning. Now, one very important rule is never average losses. People keep talking about never average losses, and I tell you that always average profits. What does this mean? This is being said commonly, but what does this mean? So when you say that never average losses, it means that when the stop loss of any trade is hit, do not enter the same stock again. For example, if you're trading, suppose Hindustan Unilever Limited, and you wanted the price to go from suppose HUL is 2000 rupees. Say if you're trading HUL and the price is rupees 2000, and you thought that it should go to say suppose 2100, but somehow it fell to 1980 and your stop loss got triggered, then you should not think that and it falls even below suppose 1970, then you should not start to buy this stock at 1970, because once it has fallen to 1970, it may even go to 1950, because sellers are heavy here. The technical parameters are such that it may fall even more. So whenever the stop loss is it, do not enter the same stock again. Exit the monitor, exit the terminal, exit the app that very moment, and do not enter the same stock again. So what do you need to do? What you need to do is exit and enter the profitable direction of trade. For example, if you have bought Hindustan Unilever, same example, and you bought it at 2000, you thought and you placed the trade, you studied the very last evening that it will go to 2100 and it reached. So what you need to do is, since the momentum is in the same direction, you must add your quantity at 2100 and see whether it is going up or down. In case if it is going up and you think your technical parameters are telling that it will go more up, then you must invest at 2100 rather than the previous example which I told you, because it may even go to 2150, that there are more chances that it may go to 2150, and keep stop loss as 2100. At least you will not in the loss of the second investment which you made, and you will be in the overall profit only. Now related to this is the next rule, which is set your targets, book your profit and exit screen. What does this mean? Always keep your targets set. Once you are doing investing, once you are making a trade, always write down your target, pen down your profits which you want to make, and once it is done, exit screen. Why the target is important? Because once you make it a target, see, what is trading? Trading is being not only done by you, but there are lakhs of people who are trading the same stock, studying the same technicals, studying the same candles, studying the same charts. So friends, these all things are being read by everyone, these all things are being monitored by everyone. So once it reaches a particular target, so once it reaches the particular target, it is not only being seen by you, but also lakhs of people, lakhs of traders are also seeing. And if you become greedy and you think that stock will go more up, the chances are less, because the lakhs of people who are seeing this will book the profit here and the stock will fall down. So once it reaches your target, just book your profit and just exit. Do not be greedy. So I've told you why you need not be greedy, because the price will reverse, because whole trading community is watching that level and will book their profit, and you will remain stuck there because you are trying to be greedy. So just exit at the levels and the targets which you have studied and pen down. Because as simple as that, if you do not book profit, then someone else will do. So book your profit before someone else does, and keep your targets very conservative. Book your profit, exit. The stock may go up a bit more, but do not worry. You have studied, you have made your targets, you have made your mind. Don't be greedy. Exit whenever your target is hit. As important the target is, so important is the stop loss. Friends, stop loss is equally important, and you must pen down prefix. You must always research your stop loss before taking trade, and you must also research your target before taking a trade. So target and stop loss must be noted down, pen down before taking a trade. Now your question will be how to find stop loss. Friends, stop loss can be any support, it can be any resistance, it can be a breakout of any trend line. So stop losses can be many things. Stop loss can even be your percentage wise, that you can based on your risk capability, you can take maximum 2% of risk, 2% of loss. So this can be even percentage of loss, or maybe risk capability which one is having. Stop loss can be many. So finding a stop loss is very easy. You must know technical analysis, and by that you can trail your stop loss. So this is how you find the stop losses. Now generally what happens when the people take a trade, they do not pen down their stop losses. So what happens? And once the stock starts to move down, they change their stop loss and they keep it even more down. For example, a stock is trading at rupees 100 and they have kept a stop loss as 95. As soon as it reaches 96, they make the stop loss even more, they change it to 94. Once the stock reaches 95, they change it to 91, and once the stock reaches 91, they change it to 90. And as soon as they change 90, the stock comes even more down, it reaches 88, their stop loss is hit and the stock goes back to rupees 100. So what happens? With the loss of 5 rupees which you had planned earlier goes down to rupees 10. So this is more than, your losses, they have doubled because you have not been disciplined and you have changed your stop loss. So please do not change your stop loss, pen it down and just exit. In case if your stop loss is it, that's natural. In case if you are taking 100 trades, then 5 to 10% trades, maybe something which is acceptable. If you are taking 100 trades, then maybe 10 trades it can be, the loss may come, and it is natural. So please do not change your stop loss come what may. The stock is going down and let it get triggered and just exit that trade. That's okay. And who facilitates this changing of stop loss? They change the reasons for changing stop loss is noise. You must always avoid noise. What is noise? How to avoid noise? This is a very common question. Friends, there should be no TV which should be there in front of you. Once you've researched your trades, it is totally based on technicals. Once the research is already made, you have seen the news, you have seen the macros, then why are you getting bogged by what some analyst is saying? You have to do the research one evening before. You've done that, you've already taken out targets, you've already taken out stop loss, then you have chosen the right trade. Why are you getting bothered with the TV and various noises which are there around you? So just avoid TV, just avoid any mobile phone conversation during your trade. That is the reason why I do not do any live trades, because I do not want my mind to be cluttered and get distracted. There are people who are posting their profitable trades once in a week. They post a video and they show that I have made this much amount of profit. So friends, these are the people who make profits once in a week and they post it. I make 3, 4 videos every day and I tell you profitable trades every day. So what does this mean? This means that you have to avoid noise while you are doing trade, and you should avoid social media. You must use social media before. You must watch all beautiful videos which are there in the YouTube one evening before. But once you are into a trade, then just do not let the noise come around you. So this all is part of discipline which you have to make. Then the next rule is discipline. Now you would be considering, why discipline? We are not into army, we are into trading. Why discipline is important? Because discipline is part of anybody's life. So what does it entail? It entails that never be in the haste. Well, never be in the haste, not only in getting into a trade but also in exiting a trade. Once you have chosen your stop loss and targets, just stick to them. Even if the stock is falling, do not worry, you've already taken your stop loss after having taken due consideration. So let it move, because most of the time, 90% of the time, I have seen that when I fix a target and when I fix a stop loss, stock starts to come down, but before it reaches stop loss, it again reverses and moves up again. So you need not panic here at this moment that you cut down your position, that my stop loss will hit. You don't have to be in haste. This is what is the biggest important principle of being into discipline. And the same importance is putting trade on the first signal. Always confirm the signals, always confirm it with the help of trend lines, indicators. All the videos are there posted down below. You can recheck, reconfirm, then only do the trade. Also place order only after. Do not place order once you have suffered loss, because the analysis which you have done the evening before, there is something which is wrong. So once you place order again after having loss, then that will be half 50% analysis, 50% incomplete analysis you would have done. You would be doing it in haste, which is against the discipline. You must totally avoid it.